What's going on, everyone? We are live again.
There we go.
How's the audio? Can you hear it okay?
Oh, I can hear you great. How can you hear me? I know I'm using my phone mic, so it's probably not as good as your Yeti. Can you hear me just fine?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Oh.
How long does this go?
What was that?
How long did you do last one? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, it was about an hour.
Sweet. And then did you just kind of take viewer requests?
Yeah.
Can you see the number of viewers?
Oh, yeah, hold on. All right. Yeah, so right now,
I don't know if you know how, but I'd probably recommend cutting this part out of the video. Like when it goes on YouTube.
yeah. Well, I don't care. I mean,
Well, yeah, it's just you can see the true behind the scenes.
yeah.
Like we don't know what we're doing.
For some reason, though, you're sounding really quiet. I can barely hear you.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, it was just distance from my mic then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've got your mic settings all the way up.
All right, sweet. You see the new lineup Jordan Brown posted?
No. Oh, like they showed like all the stuff coming out, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only things I'm really interested in are the metallic purples and the rust pink 3s.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you have anything that kind of stood out to you out of that? A lot of people were calling it kind of weak.
All right. Turn that down a little bit. So.
Oh, that's how chat works. That's actually really cool.
So yeah, so that's pretty interesting with that chat I had about the UAs, huh?
Oh yeah. Did you text that guy I showed you?
I mean, the fact that they said he's got 200 people in the United States that have not just websites but storefronts. Like, so that means that there's legitimate stores out there that are selling them as pretty much selling them as authentic, because you can't really advertise a UA for stuff.
Yeah. That's crazy. I think any sneaker store you walk into could be a rep store, and you wouldn't know because, like, usually people go to the stores to find out if stuff's fake or not.
Any type of any type of consignment store, a store or anything like that.
Yeah,
basically, because you don't know where they're getting their one pair from or something. And then I was watching another video the other night, and a guy was saying how, and it makes sense, like they say they have a size right now, so they put a real authentic like size 9 up front, on display.
And then when you ask
But
for it in the back, they
the
give
whole
you.
size right in the back is UA. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
So you don't know, and then you go, you think that's the quality that you're getting, or that's the shoe you're getting, and then you're not going to really like get the one out the box from the back and really compare it all that much, So it was kind of eye opening when they started playing all these different scenarios, and I was just like, man, that makes sense. But I just can't believe there are people that would do it. But I guess I could see it.
And I mean, how many people actually get their shoes legit checked after walking out of a store?
Right.
Like, any store really could be that in disguise, and you just wouldn't know. 'Cause, I mean, we don't have the qualifications. We're not legit checkers. I mean, again, I think we've already had this conversation. Who decides who's a legit checker? No, it's not Nike.
The guy hired by Nike in the factories. He's like the real only legit checker.
And that guy working at the factory is probably the same guy working at the UA factory.
Right. Exactly. So,
I mean, that's a huge debate. I mean, just reps in general are already iffy territory. Then you go into talking about selling reps as real, which not a lot of people enjoy, because that's just mean. And then now you're learning from a UA seller that they have 200 storefronts from one seller. I mean,
right.
I can't imagine how many sellers there are, how many factories there are, let alone how many actual stores. I mean, 200. Like, that's more than any chain sneaker store. Like, at least consignment shop. And there's probably one consignment shop that sells reps for every one that sells real.
So yeah, my last thing was, can you share any other influencers who I can see have your products online or sell from you to see the quality or their store websites? And he said, for this one, according to my company rules, we cannot leakage of customer info. Clients also don't want others to know this one, so it's absolutely a secret for us. But trust me, the quality is amazing, good, and I hope that we can do business. I won't let you down.
I mean, that makes sense. But there's they've got kind of a few big rep sellers from what I've seen from the Reddit. And those are probably the guys that have the real stores over here, because I mean, they have enough factories to supply real stores.
Yeah, right here. USA is a big market for these UA sneakers. Many of my clients have stores and some resell them on social media.
Like, I know the social media part. That's pretty easy. I've seen quite a few UA sale Instagrams. I even sent you one. And that guy is a friend of mine. Well, he's a friend of a friend of mine. He lives over across the bay. And like I said, he's using that money to pay for college.
Jesus.
I mean, it doesn't sound like that much. You're only making like $50 a pair, but I mean, if you're moving that many pairs, because people are like, oh well, I'd rather just wear a rep anyway, then I mean, he's probably making more than a real reseller.
Yeah,
especially in today's climate.
And exactly, and then it's beyond crazy. I mean,
really, right now, if you don't have a full size run, you're pretty much not selling your shoes.
So I just, like I said, that was the part that really worried me, because it's one thing to, and like you said, like okay, so you're selling them so people know. Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine, but like batch floss always says, don't sell reps as retail. So
yeah. I think there's entire
to
stores doing it.
yeah. I mean, I don't even want to know.
Like, I mean, I can see like shady resellers. You know, there's always those guys where you kind of see him on OfferUp is like, oh, his prices are a little too low.
Right.
But like, I can't imagine walking into a store and just thinking you're getting good prices, or hell, knowing consignment shops, you're getting terrible prices, and then walking out with a fake sneaker. Like, I mean, they upcharge you so much, but for these people to be selling reps, shouldn't have to. I mean, I get it. I guess they kind of have to stay competitive, or people will get, I don't know, suspicious. But man, I don't know how you can do that. Like, if I walk into a store and buy a pair of mochas for $550, I'm expecting a real pair of mochas. Because if I wanted a fake pair of mochas, I would have got a fake pair for $150.
Yeah. So I just threw a little message up there. One of the guys in our size 13 chat group, they just found out today they're having a baby boy. So I figured I'd give Brandon well, congratulations.
Sweet.
Fortunately, your shoe budget just got cut in half because now you got to buy 2 of everything. So
You'd know a lot about that, wouldn't you?
So that's all right though. It's worth it.
Wasn't your son the first one to wear your Sean's?
Yep. He unds'd them for me, so that was great. So,
Eventually, they'll probably be his for real.
yeah, I think so. So what shoe are you trying to get next?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, I've got a list. What shoe I'm trying to get next? I'm trying to get the whole stock. I'm trying to get everything.
Is there something you're looking forward to seeing come out soon, or that's releasing? Like getting the opportunity to see it in hand?
I haven't really been checking sneaker specific. I still want to see a pair of foam runners in hand. Like, they look, and the 450s, the weird alien foot Yeezys.
Yeah.
Because those are just something like I've seen the pictures, but I still do not believe that is a real shoe. Like, this is some kind of conspiracy theory.
I find it hard to believe they're as comfortable as everyone says, but
I've tried Yeezys.
I didn't think. I didn't think the Yeezys that I got were going to be comfortable, and now I can't let them sell.
Oh, okay. I remember now. I just looked. So basically, I really want to see the Wasted Youth Dunks in hand.
Okay.
Because I hope the quality on those is really good, and I mean, they'd be an awesome shoe to skate. And then also the new Raging Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a pair in hand of the old Raging Bulls, so it'd be nice to compare the quality of the old ones to the new ones.
Yeah.
But really, that's it. I don't really care about the Jordan 1 center courts. The all-white ones are better than the ones with this fat red stripe on them.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Couture ones that came out that everyone hated on.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, why would you just stick a red stripe in the middle of it?
I don't know.
Is that what they're calling colorways? I mean, they're just gonna make a Jordan 1 for you, completely ruin the market. But man, there would be some cool shoes at least.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those 4s too, the suede 4s.
Which ones?
The university.
The university. Yeah, I forgot. Those are even coming out.
Yeah, they got those, and the Hyper Royals coming out too. The blue suede ones that look like the turbo greens.
Oh yeah, those I'm actually really excited for because I really like the turbo greens. I just haven't been able to get a turbo green in my size. The last pair I had, I gave to you.
And here they are.
Oh wow, that's the same pair?
That's the same pair.
Well, you clean those up really good. Wow, those are actually wearable now.
Yeah, they are undetectable to the way they were sold to you. I felt bad. I was really worried at the time. It's
Well,
not that
I'm
it was a
glad.
good shoe, and it's not that it's a shoe that I mean, it's got some spots on it that I'm sure I could probably still work on a little bit because that's a weird. Well, you felt them. I mean, it's just a weird suede. It's not.
It's a really nice suede.
It's not super plush or anything like that. It's a little rougher.
Yeah.
But it cleaned up. They cleaned up pretty good. But yeah, the hypers are gonna be crazy, dude. There was a restock this morning. I don't know if you saw it on sneakers, like a surprise restock of Carmine's.
Oh, I completely missed that. I don't got money in my account to buy a pair of sneakers.
I saw it and I logged in, and it's funny because I posted a screenshot. Like my screen just loaded for like 2 hours. It just spun. Like enough for the restock to go on there to sell out, and I still couldn't get in. Like the site was still loading.
It reminds me of a Foot Locker drop.
And it's like, this is ridiculous. So I don't know, man.
I don't even see, like, I get Carmines are nice and they're like a retro color, but I don't see that much high. I don't like sixes personally.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've seen a few pairs around school of the Carmines, mostly on women, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, I think they're just like that checkerboard-esque, that color blocking the way that it is.
Yeah. I have had a lot of people ask me to get them. When I wear my Strangeloves, a lot of people ask me where I got them.
Oh yeah, that's
and I'm like,
a problem, since people probably think it's just a $200 shoe.
And I'm like, yeah, you want to see where I got them? I'll show you, but then kind of people get turned off by it pretty fast.
Yeah.
And it's always like really small feet, and the small feet prices on Strangeloves are ridiculous. Like for my size, they're like $1,100 new. For like a size 5, they're like $3,000.
I know.
And I get it, they're a cute woman's shoe, but man, that much price difference between sizes? Really? At that point, just go buy reps.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly. All right, so here we go. Strangelove, regular box. Yeah, my size. Current asking price is $1,600, and a 13, and a size 6. They're asking $2,250.
Oh my god. $2,250.
Luckily, you're not a 5 because they're asking $4,250.
Oh boy. Yeah, if I ever get a girlfriend, I'm just gonna have to say sorry, man. I'm not getting you these. Maybe for our anniversary.
Okay, and the Red Lobsters with the special box. There's one in my size on our favorite site. They're asking $46,000 for it.
Oh, the box is cool and all, but I don't know if it's that cool.
Your size. Luckily, I'm not your little foot. 10.5.
I'm not that much smaller.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not. Probably not.
Is that $46,000?
46. Well, that's 46 for my size. Let's see. Come on, focus. I might have to go back a little. Oh God. Oh, we're almost there.
Come on.
Anyway, $65,000.
Oh,
they're asking for the special box in your size in a.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay.
Just looks like a lobster. Looks like a lobster crate.
I want to pay $65 for a lobster crate.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna buy fakes, shove them in a real lobster crate, and call it a day.
Jesus.
Let it sit on my shelf. Man, $65,000. What? For a pair for a pair of sneakers I'm gonna wear.
But that's like today. Like I said, they restock Carmine's. No one knows, and but then half the people take L's anyway. Like, and that's a shoe that people deserve to wear. Who else was I watching? I was watching MK the other night, and he brought up a good point. Before all this big stuff started happening and changing with resellers and stuff, like I could go to the mall, and you would see a lot more people out with hype-esque sneakers, like a lot more Jordan 1s just in general and things like that. People like on foot. And now like I'm like one of the few that has on a sneaker that's anything that I even notice. Everyone else just has regular Flyknits and stuff like that on, like, because no one can get these shoes. If so many are selling, like, where are they going? Like, who's buying them? Other than people like Sneaker Invest that's buying hundreds of pairs and putting them in a storage unit. Like, it's like I said, it's apparent why people are doing what they're doing and finding other options or going the UA route. You can't blame them.
Hell, I am a baby compared to you in the sneaker game. But, like, even when I first got in, like, that's, like, what, October? Like, around there? I think it was summer. But, like, last summer, I walked in the mall, and I bought my first pair of ones. I've never seen another pair of ones in store since.
Hey, real quick, anybody that's watching, that link I posted up, if you want to jump in the chat, feel free. You can jump in. It's just me and a good friend of mine just chopping it up, talking sneakers and, just discussing some of the stuff that's coming out. And we're just catching up on some old times. So by all means, anybody that wants to jump in, that link on StreamYard right there. You don't need a camera. As long as you have a mic, you're more than welcome to jump on the screen. I think I can have like up to 6 or 8 people on there. So by all means, feel free to hop on. But yeah, so let me switch this over here too. Brandon, if you're out there watching, congratulations, brother. Good friend of mine and fellow size 13. Just found out today they're having a baby boy, so congratulations. So I'm gonna put that back up there. Yeah, so like I said, anybody that wants to jump in the chat, feel free to go ahead and jump in. Right now we're just kind of talking sneakers. It's myself and a good friend of mine named Dawson who's on there. Goes by Crystal Clear Kicks. Feel free to follow him also on IG. And what we're just kind of talking about how things have been changing, how people have starting to try and find another way to get some of the sneakers that they can't get anymore because these apps are just really taking the fun out of trying to get shoes, trying to a lot of people taking L's.
It's like a slot machine. It's rigged against the people who actually wear the shoes.
At least when I go to Hard Rock here in Tampa, I'd hit occasionally.
Hey, at least when you go to Hard Rock, you know you're going there to lose your money.
Jesus, I know. Like the last shoe I got on Sneakers app was that stupid Chinese New Year 5 low thing that I can't sell.
The last shoe I got was the Dark Concord 12s, which I barely sold at Sneaker Travelers. I'm surprised they got $250 for them. Yeah, but I guess I only sold them like that because I got early access and I actually got them before the event. Yeah. If I would have got those general release, I would have had to sit there with an L. I would have had to either sit on them or sell them for a huge loss. Like,
yeah,
I don't even understand. People who I've seen a lot of people who like the Lucky Green 13s.
Mm-hmm.
And resale is literally less than retail.
Oh, I know. I ended up with multiple pairs, if you recall.
Yeah, I also ended up with one of those pairs. You remember how much I sold that for?
Was it retail?
No, nowhere near.
Yeah, or maybe half a retail, probably. I just
$125.
yeah, all right. So you're like a local, you're like a mobile Nike outlet. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I've got some Air Maxes for all the women out there. I've been trying to sell those at school, but I mean, it's hard.
Well, hey, you got 67 eyeballs right now in the chat, so feel free if you want to throw them on the camera. You're more than welcome to.
Let me go grab them. There's one. Where's the other there?
Again, anybody watching, if you want to jump in,
It's definitely not a professional camera.
We'll throw you up on here, and you can jump in on the live chat.
It's not camera working. It's pretty late at night for me, but I've got these. Brian got these for his wife. She didn't like them.
Hated them.
So these are size 7, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. These are a woman's size 7 Air Max. 98? Yeah, 98.
Yep.
I
Dead
can't
time.
wear them. I'm a size 10.5 in men's. So they're just a tad small. And then I've also got Easter Air Maxes.
Those are nice.
I mean, Easter's, what, Sunday? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if anyone's local, Tampa area, I'll sell these for cheap. I need to get rid of them. These are
There you
size
go.
7.5.
You gotta move them quick though, because if they're Easter, you got 2 days to try and get rid of those things.
I'll just throw them on like OfferUp for like
You
2 for
got 48 hours.
$50.
You better get on there.
Throw those on like
Yeah.
just take them. First one to get here, free.
You got 48 hours to move those things.
I should just post them on all my socials. Like, get them, buy them now.
You need to.
You got a girlfriend? She wants these. I promise.
So what's your take then on? Well, here I'll throw this out and see if anybody wants to respond to the chat. So a lot of people have been going the if you don't know, the UA route, and I've also heard mixed things about this whole UA system, if you will. I've heard people say that UA is someone that both Dawson and I watch openly admits that UA is just a made up term. But I've also seen an actual definition posted online, which is fine. That's neither here nor there. The thing is really that a lot of people, because of the way reselling has been going on, have been going the fake or UA route to get some of these shoes. And, you know, let's pick any one of these shoes that I've been blessed with that have gone up ridiculously. $100, I think they were. 125 was retail, something like that. And then, you know, you got your Travis's, right? That at the end of the day, retail was a little over, 150, 170, something like that. Selling for $1,000 because someone wore them, they're attached to somebody's name. I get all that. But at the end of the day, it was still a shoe that Nike felt the price point should be $170. So, let's take everyone knows Jordan ones, right? So this shoe retailed 170, 160, 180, something like that. Now they go up and down. $1,500, $2,000 in dead stock. Mine were like my favorite shoe to wear because they're super comfortable. But it's still a $170 retail shoe that costs them, call it what, $30 in materials to make over in China. So people go the UA route because, I mean, you can get it's still $30 in material, and you can go online now and see that people are doing these side by side comparisons. And Rep Mafia just did one. How long has it been now? Maybe 2 weeks ago with the UNC ones. And the UNC one rep that he had is actually cleaner than the retail pair. Like there's no glue stains. There's no, UV marks on the outsoles. Like, and it's just crazy that there's almost literally like no difference now to here. So the people that are going across the seas to get a pair of shoes for $150, like you can't blame them. Like I don't blame them one bit when it comes to some of this stuff. And I was fortunate for a lot of the ones that I have to kind of know what would go up in time if I was able to get it. But looking back now, since everything's for the collection and my own personal, heck, anything I bought off a site after watching Trollmageddon's video, like, how do I know these aren't? There could be a fake in there that slipped through, because who's a real legit? Who's authorized to legit check? Right?
No one.
Yeah, the only person that's authorized is the person from Nike over in China going through the factory.
And I mean, I doubt it's a person from Nike in the factory. I bet Nike just pays factory owners to make their shoes.
So I think it's just funny because you had, like, for a long time too, I had just one mindset, and then one night just sitting up in Trollmageddon, because I started watching MK, and Troll's video was one of the suggested ones. You know how you get that people watch this, also watch this, whatever. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Has a cool name. So I was like, well, why not? And I had a ton of reviews, and it was about not gonna bash any shop or anything, but it was about a shop that I've shopped with, and I watched it and I was just like, holy cow, like it's legit. Fake shoes can pass as legit. So who are we to say? And then there's other videos too. You can go on YouTube and just search. The shitty thing is that people literally, that's their whole game, is that they are trying to get fakes through, and that's just wrong. Like if you're going to buy a fake for your foot, then that's fine. Like first of all, no one can, unless it's a horrible fake. Like back when I started, like you could spot a fake like a mile away. Like, you know what I'm saying? MJ would have a ball cap on. Like it would just be, it'd be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you would just know, like, okay, they did not make a patent leather yellow 11. Like that's not a real shoe. But now you can't look on someone's foot and tell. So who are we to judge? Now, if you're gonna buy a fake and try and sell it for retail, then yeah, that's scum, But
I feel like it's kind of direct. Resale, the culture of resale is kind of directly pushed these UA and rep selling, just because like nobody wants to pay this price anymore, and like
right. They don't. I don't. Can't blame them.
It directly affects Nike too, because Nike knows no matter how bad they make the shoe, they're gonna sell out, and like they don't care about making the shoe good, because now they're just gonna make money.
Mm-hmm.
Every pair of Jordan 1s will sell out. But UA sellers, they actually have to try. They have to make a good sneaker for people to buy it. So it's
we were
almost
just talking about that shoe that that's coming out that I'm pretty stoked about, which is the UNC 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in my side, which is men's 13, a few have been selling every single day on everyone's favorite app. Again, it's a $200 retail point. Might be $220, but I think most 4s go around $200. I got a box right here somewhere, I'm sure. But anyway, like Last two sales, $600 and $570. Day before that, $650. Day before that, $700. Like who? Like, and it comes out in like, what the hell does it say?
Shoe's not even out yet.
It's coming out in like a couple weeks. I think it comes out this month. But
Yeah, it should. I mean, it's Easter colors.
the shoes are already selling for $600 to $700. Like,
it's crazy.
And back in the day, again, it's a lot of people saying that the culture is dead. The culture, shoe culture, sneaker culture, and that stuff isn't dead. It's just changed, and it's changed not for the better if you're just a collector.
I mean, it just makes collecting so hard because every pair of shoes you have is an investment now. And like people who want to just collect shoes because they're cool shoes are stuck with looking at dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it'll get you eventually.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those like, okay, I'm gonna get that shoe. You know, it used to be, because I remember, you know, you got a shoe. The first, I come from the era when, you know, you bought a cool shoe, you ran into a Foot Locker, a Jordan released, you run up, you grab it, you say, you got my size? They say yes. You wore it out of the store with your old shoes in the bag and walk out. Like, that's what you did. Now, there's dumb stuff. There's fighting, there's gunshots, there's all kinds of stuff, and it's like, you know, the culture's just gone.
Back in your day, the only time that happened was like with the Jeff Staple pigeons. I remember that. Well, I don't remember that personally, but I've seen that. And I've seen people talk about it. And like, that was the time people fought over shoes, and then it stopped. But now that's common, and people are fighting over lunch money. People are fighting over car mains.
They're fighting over mids.
Like, what?
That sit at the outlets.
Man, 2 years ago, I was seeing like highs in Foot Locker.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I was in like what? I was a freshman. My mom was not going to pay $170 for a pair of shoes,
Right.
But they were still there.
Right, absolutely.
Like if I really wanted to save up money, I could save up money, walk into a Foot Locker, and buy a nice pair of highs. Now, if I want a pair of highs, I gotta sit on this app, gotta wait for its dumb thing to load, watch it not make my payment go through, watch it freeze, miss out on the shoe, and then look at resale prices and be like, yeah, I saved $170 for this. I don't have $1,070 for this. And then I'm just kind of stuck. Like, well, I guess I'm not getting the shoe then.
It's so stupid. You know, and then everyone's like, okay, so what can you do? Someone's like, well, Nike just needs to make more pairs. That's not going to solve anything. People are still going to buy them up. And
I mean, what, Mocha's had like 500,000 pairs?
Yeah.
See where the prices of those are.
You know, I was like, it has nothing to do with making more pairs. I mean, I guess they could, but people still going to buy them. They're going to sit on them. Like, that's not the answer. And I don't know if they're saying they need better bot protection. Well, I mean, okay. I just think this is just the era that we're in, and the only other thing to do, which is tough, but again, hate to go back to when I was, starting, but there were a lot more brands, so maybe it's one of those things where you're like, okay, well, maybe Nike isn't your first choice, but now you're looking back to a different Adidas, maybe some Ultra Boosts are making a comeback, or maybe another brand jumps in, maybe Reebok starts coming out with some fire, or New Balance again, and like need to start pushing some other brands to kind of step up, but it's not even that, because the other thing is that you have people that are content creators,
Mm-hmm.
and they're putting stuff out. So if I get a video and I'm like, I'm going to review these. This is a shoe that sold out in seconds and people couldn't get, and blah, 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 blah. And views go through the roof, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then I'm like, all right, and I'm also going to review the New Balance dad shoe because it's got a similar colorway. It's half the price and even more comfortable. All right. And no one's going to watch that because it's not hype and it's not, someone's not associated with it. And it's just so different because it used to be more about, it's almost more like about clout now than the shoe itself, you know?
If
Because it's
someone,
like, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, like, if someone disagrees with what you're saying, like, imagine Harrison Neville making a video about like a new pair of Skechers. The only reason
Mhm.
people are gonna watch that is because it'd be like, what the hell? Did he really just make a video like that?
All right.
Because like that's just not what people don't want to see. The sneakers that are generally available, they want to see the stuff that they can't get because I don't know. It makes them feel like, oh, maybe I'll get that someday. But like the videos of like, this is a shoe you can get, people don't care. Doesn't have the
Mhm.
sense of mysticism to it.
You know, I mean, it's a little different, yeah, because a lot of us collected or wanted to get Jordans because Michael Jordan wore them,
Yeah,
but he was an athlete. Now we're wearing shoes of musicians and that kind of thing. Like, I mean,
like I don't mean to call you old, but you could actually watch Michael Jordan play on the TV.
I did.
I
Went and saw
know,
him play in Orlando.
like you could get like for now, like people my age, you buy a pair of Jordans, they barely even have any semblance of Michael Jordan to them now.
Hmm.
They're just kind of a, I don't know, social
It's well, you're yeah,
thing.
you're basically three generations. I mean, because there's my era, which is the Jordan generation, and then after me, there's the Kobe generation, where Kobe was the greatest player of that timetable, and then currently it's the LeBron generation. You know, so but unfortunately, we're to the point where your generation knows of Jordan, and maybe some of the people have seen highlights and that kind of thing, but like it was just different. So a lot of us that are in that generation are getting the shoe because of whatever. Like we have a connection to that shoe when we were in school, or seeing him play in that shoe. You know, and now people are seeing that shoe because it's going to sell for 4 times what the retail price is. You know, so it's just a different thing. I mean, I can't knock someone's hustle for trying to make money or feed their families and stuff. So I mean,
Like I definitely get it.
oh no, I get it too, and that's where it's tough. I just wish, and there'll never be a perfect world where, because I wish the people that wanted the shoe for the shoe could get it at a price that they're comfortable with, but I just don't see that happening. How quickly all this stuff sells out.
No, and I mean like you
Well,
put
I mean, and not even like I said this morning, Carmine sold out before my damn screen loaded. Like it was still spinning, and my IG updated, and they were like, "Oops, they're all gone." I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm still trying to log in. Like I couldn't even get past the login screen.
I hate that because like sometimes I'll get on to the sneakers and I'll like get to the buy page. I'm like, oh, okay, I think I have a pretty good time now, and then it just bricks. The loading screen doesn't even move. I have to reset the app, and by the time I reset the app, it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't like even. This was literally me not too long ago. I mean, you put the resale market in front of a teenage kid. You tell them, okay, if you have no risk, kinda. You take your money, and if you
What's
hit on
going
the
on?
shoe,
Yeah.
then sometimes you can make money off of it. And then, my first shoe was the alternate Bel Airs. Wasn't a good start. Those
Correct.
instantly bricked. My next shoe was the Lemonade Air Maxes.
But now here's
Another
the
brick.
thing. But let's look at that. Why? Hold on. Why I like live streaming, because we can go right to some examples. OG, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where the hell's my camera? All right. And then this is the new release. People, there's nothing wrong with this damn shoe. I wear
Not at
mine.
all.
I like it. I like it a lot. Colors pop, good good quality. If you like fives, but like, okay, so this one for some reason, like you said, sat, flopped. Don't know what's going on with it. This thing shoots through the roof. Again, nice shoe. Don't get me wrong. I don't, I don't get it. But I guarantee you, if a sports athlete or a rapper or somebody was seen wearing these,
Price will shoot up.
it'd be, oh yeah, hell yeah. This would be, you know, this would be the shoe. I mean, even the Jumpman on the back's like 3D. Like they made little
I
things.
When I got that shoe, I was like, wow. I felt on top of the world. I put them on because I wasn't really thinking about resale at that point. I was just like, wow, I got a shoe. And then I
No,
was like, okay, maybe I don't really like how fives feel on my feet because of those big old bubbles. But again, I still thought they were cool. I took pictures in them, and then I wore them once, and I sold them to you.
and I appreciate that because I sold them again. But that's.
You're welcome.
But no, like again, it's. I don't know. I think I'm just tired of social media and that kind of stuff dictating what people think are cool shoes. I mean, you seem to wear whatever you want to wear. That's why I keep pushing people to buy the damn Zoom Comforts, which now people are finding out and they are selling out. But I got my first pair on the Nike website for a discount because it wasn't even at retail, and they're more comfortable than the ones. So I mean, you just gotta wear whatever the heck you want, and screw waiting for somebody to make it popular. You like your old stuff. There's a comment CJ who does some of the beats. He likes that older stuff, older Jordans, Dunks. And I mean, you can't blame them. That's the stuff that we need. We need people that don't want it just to put it in one of these and never wear it. Like, they deserve to be worn, but anyway, got 200 people in the chat, or at least in the live stream. So anybody that wants to jump in, add your 2 cents. Just having an open discussion about sneakers, sneaker culture. Anybody want to chime in and discuss anything about UAs and kind of what's been going on with people trying to cop shoes? As anybody want to talk about the one time 5 years ago when they got a W on the sneakers app? Whatever you want to do, man. Feel free. Just click on the StreamYard link. I can have a handful of people on at the same time. So anybody that wants to jump in, by all means, you don't need to have you don't have to have your camera on. You just have to have a mic, and we welcome anyone that wants to jump on. But I don't know. Like I said, there's just a lot of stuff coming out, and it'll be interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of people too. Like I said, the whole UA thing is blowing up, not only on social media but um, on YouTube with people reviewing shoes and doing the side by sides and stuff. And I find it weird though when people get completely offended when somebody, um, how they decide to spend their money. Um, because I don't. Everyone's entitled to do whatever they want with their money. Like I said, as long as if you buy a fake shoe, as long as you're not trying to flip it to somebody as real and take advantage of somebody, do what you want with your money. Like you got the grand to buy some Shawns, buy some Shawns for $1,000. If you got the link to get them for $140, on the low in the not right size box, but you don't care, then go get those. Like as long as you're not buying them for $140 and trying to screw somebody over at $1,000, which apparently I found out there are many stores across America that are. That's what we got to figure out. And how do you know who's got what and where the stuff is coming from?
I'd be honest. Probably anyone in the chat, or hell, even you. We go through our collections and really think about our shoes and try to legit check them. We'll probably find a fake or two. I mean, it's bound, especially with a big collection like yours, it's bound to slip through the cracks. I think of the unions.
Yep. We got one thing about it too when we went to the show and so I had somebody buy multiple pairs of ones of mine and said one pair was fake because there were marks along the midsole or the outsole. And then I'm like, oh crap, I never even knew that. I didn't. I mean, I had no idea. And I've never gone over any of my shoes with a black light because I always knew I was getting them at least at the time from good sources, and I also wasn't really reselling. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's horrible. They've got these marks on the outsole, that means that they were fake. And then the next week, P-Town Kicks posts a story because he got some early pairs of mochas. And he's doing his review, and he does a UV test. And he says how bad Nike sucks at their QC because of all the mistakes and how he has all the stains on the midsole, on the outsole that you can only see with the black light. And I'm like, well, son of a bitch. Like, that doesn't mean that they're fake. That just means that they made it,
Didn't it turn out that the ones that they said were fake weren't fake, but the ones that they tried to buy were?
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to prove our point. Nobody's really a legit checker. Nobody knows what they're doing.
I mean, that's fine. So, I mean, but that's just it. Like, and that proves a point of what other people say too, is that you've got people that give themselves that entitlement of, hey, you should be, I'm a legit checker. I touch hundreds of pairs of ones and fours and whatever. Okay. Like, I don't know. Like I had somebody saying, listen to somebody that, I've touched so many lace bags. I can tell a lace bag from being real and fake. I'm like, well, unless it's like a freaking Ziploc sandwich bag, I don't know how I'm going to tell a difference. Like, like, you kidding me? Like, come on now.
Hell, if you blindfolded me and took a Ziploc and a generic brand and put it in my hand, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one was different.
I just, people.
That one guy, like, oh yeah, I love flaws.
People are just, yeah, I know. I would much rather wear the one with all the flaws because that means that it's real. Well, that's fine. Because videos earlier, you were saying that how bad the UAs were because they had so many flaws. if he's in here, Brandon, congratulations. Keep throwing it up there now and again. I just found out that he's having a baby boy. He's in a size 13 chat room that I run on Instagram. If anyone else in the chat or that's watching this is a size 13, and you're interested in joining up with a bunch of us, there's about 15 of us that we buy, sell, trade. All majority of us are wear size 13. That's kind of what we specialize in. But if it's something that you guys are interested in, we try and look out for each other. We're all verified sellers. Everything's 100% legit in there. And yeah, so just shoot me a DM. You can also reach out to me on Instagram. It's at Heart and Soul 23. And thank you, everyone. 239 people hanging out with us. We're about 55 minutes in, so appreciate that. Anybody that wants to jump in, by all means, feel free to click on that link. You can jump in with Dawson as we are continuing to talk about reselling and where it's heading. Like, I understand how big the sneaker market is right now, but is it for the better or for the worse? Is it really helping us? There were I've been watching a lot of the videos where some resellers are saying they're helping the market. That one was weird. I watched I don't know if you follow Damn D on YouTube.
Not at all.
Okay, so he's another shoe tuber. Tells it like it is. And he had Sheck on there from Sheck's Closet during the whole trophy room situation. And, one of the comments that Sheck made was that how him being a reseller and buying all those pairs early is helping us.
Love to hear his explanation for that one.
Well, we never did because he didn't explain it. He kind of went around it in a roundabout way to why would he help anybody? Like it went weird. Like he was talking to him and it just went like he just got off that real switch and kind of real quick and just kind of switched it to a different view. But yeah, I was kind of like waiting for that one. I was like, okay, how are you helping people that really want to get that shoe that literally stood no chance because 12,000 pairs were released. There were 25,000 pairs flaunted on Instagram before the shoe came out. I think one person got a pair on sneakers. So
maybe.
Like other than the people that got them from Trophy Room and the one person that got it from sneakers, like literally no one else believed any other pairs are real.
And chances are they aren't.
So I don't know. She was cool, but I'm sure there was a time where not that shoe was going to sit, but I think a lot of the public stood a better chance to get that.
I don't think anyone saw the shoe going where it went.
No.
Like, I could see people like when it first released, like, oh, maybe $1,000 shoe, maybe a $700 shoe. That was kind of the resale prediction. But now look at it.
I know.
4, 5, depends on the size. Or blue laces.
Oh, don't get me started on that shit.
Never seen a pair of laces change the price of a shoe so much.
That's so stupid. But, and I never saw so many people flex like how big and bad they are because they had a pair of blue laces.
And it was just the laces. There wasn't even the shoe.
Or the stupidest 45 seconds of fame. I've seen some people post their videos on Instagram of blue laces and
$1,000 laces.
And yeah, selling them for $1,000. And I mean, okay.
If I want blue laces, I'll go to the dollar store and buy blue laces.
Meanwhile, you can go online and find them right now for like $12 shipped.
Yeah.
From
even the Foxtrot. The Foxtrot makes really good laces. And they
Yes,
aren't
they do.
$1,000.
Yes, they do.
You just got a pair of creams, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You put them on your Lowe's, right? Your Travis Lowe's?
I think they're right behind me. Quick plug. Foxtrot. Cream laces and the Travis Lowe's.
Those are sexy. I need a pair of those.
Oh, and I just broke the door off one of these cases. So Container Store, if you're watching, that worked. I could use some more. Thanks.
Asking for promote you. It's like, I'll plug you if you give me more cases, please.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we got some. Let's see. So I got comment. How many shoes do you have in all? Behind me, this is my personal collection. Is probably about 150 pairs, and I've got a storage unit that I've got some other ones that I sell and collect. So I've probably got about 300 pairs. Give or
300
take.
pairs. You got 2 feet.
Yep. 2 feet, 300 pairs of shoes. And yeah. But I'm selling them, so if you're a size 13, hit me up.
I'm not size 13, but I'm practically size 13 just by association with you.
That's right.
I've done so many deals with you. People think I'm the size 13 plug, and then they're like, "Oh, I've got some size 13 for you," and I'm like, "I'm size 10 and a half, man."
But I don't blame anyone for how they're going about getting their stuff right now.
Oh yeah, no.
You know, there's really nothing Nike can do. People are blaming it on Nike's. People are blaming it on Nike with the resellers. It's not their fault.
I mean, you can't really blame anyone for it. It's just a kind of culmination of just everything kind of pushed this to where it is now.
What pop figure is behind me? It's a big Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that. That's a really big pop figure.
Which somehow I got lucky enough to walk into Walmart, and for some reason they had 3 of them sitting up there. So
Annoying pop figures.
I bought all 3, yeah, and 2. I got one on the other side of the display, and then we sold one at a sneaker event a few weeks ago.
Oh, you actually sold one at the event?
Yeah, right before a guy came up, right before Kais and them came up and started doing some pictures and stuff. A kid bought some. So somebody asked, this is in a recommended feed. How did I get here again? I have no idea, my friend, but thank you for clicking on it. Appreciate it. And hopefully you hit like.
YouTube has blessed you.
Yeah, YouTube has blessed you with some random algorithm that made you come here. So I apologize. But if you like sneakers, click on the link if you want to jump in. You want to show off some of your collection. I'm cool with that. I like to get some of the guys in here to do start doing like a little sneaker battle and give away something, you know.
A battle?
Yeah, they got there's a few channels doing sneaker battles, so it's kind of like you do say like 8 to 10 categories, like go grab your craziest Jordan 5 or whatever, and then you take a a few minutes to go grab it, and then basically each person shows their shoe, why they chose it, and then like the people that are in the chat like kind of vote on who's got the more hype, and then they kind of do points, and then that's it.
That sounds awesome, but as the
So-
owner of exclusively ones and dunks because they have the flattest feet known to man, I wouldn't be very good at that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Just because it's funny when you start seeing some of the sneakers that people collect. Like there was Tony D2 was doing them with like Kais and some of the other guys, and it was cool because a lot of the categories were like, all right, pick your biggest hype non Nike shoe. And they're pulling out some stuff that I had never even seen or knew that they made. So it was cool.
Biggest thing that comes to head right there is just any pair of Yeezys, especially older Yeezys. Not Nike Yeezys, obviously, but like those would be my biggest thoughts, just because it's not Nike.
All right, so I got a non sneaker, which is what PlayStation do I have? I don't. I apologize. Go Jack's train is dumb. It's a cool name. I've got Xbox One. So sorry.
Oh, you're about to get flamed for that.
I know. Go ahead and hit the dislike button, everybody. I apologize. I've got an Xbox One, but I'm also old as heck. So like, I don't even get a chance. I only had that system to play NBA Live or 2K. Well, both, any basketball game really, but 2K was the only reason I got it. I've always just had Xbox.
Sorry, Go Jack. I don't have a PlayStation either. I'm a PC player.
Yeah, so thumbs down on Dawson's also. If you're gonna do it.
This isn't even my channel. Like, give the video 2 thumbs down.
And
No
Jack
PlayStation.
Davis said that what's the channel about? Well, we are talking about sneakers, my friend. I am a collector / kind of reseller, I guess you could say. I resold for fun. Actually, I resold to build my collection, which I think a lot of people start out by doing. Really, and then something I've showed to like Dawson, who's also on the stream here with me, is how you start with something like a regular used shoe that you can get at like a Plato's Closet or even a Goodwill, and you just keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading until it turns into something. And actually, if Dawson wouldn't mind sharing his little trip, we went to a sneaker event, and Dawson was able to actually trade up to some really, really crazy. Was able to trade up into some really crazy sneakers.
Yeah, I took a pair of old Dunks. They're not that old. They were Dunk Highs. They were dead stock. Last sale on StockX was like $150, but it was in the middle of Dunk hype. Asking price was like $700. So I used that a little bit to my advantage, and I kind of just walk around every table. Hey, would you trade for these? Hey, would you trade for these? Hey, would you trade for these? And eventually, someone was like, "Yeah, I got these," and they gave me a pair of Gundam Air Maxes and a pair of Supreme Tailwinds. And honestly, that was a good trade right there. I spent like $130 on the Dunks, and I think that's like $450, $500 worth of value. So I was already good. And then I kind of just kept going up and up and up. And eventually, I ended up with a pair of Black Cause 4s. They were in a terrible size. They were size 8. And nobody wanted them. But eventually, I found a guy who gave me a pair of Spider-Man Origin Story 1s with a special box.
Mm-hmm.
And then I knew my mom would kill me if I didn't go home with any money. and just came home with another cool pair of sneakers. So I sold those, and I paid $130 and made $1,200 at one event, just walking around all day,
Yeah.
which is
Hello
crazy.
to Vanessa, who's possibly joining us there somewhere.
Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Wait, you guys are streaming, right?
Yes, we're live streaming for a sneaker channel.
Oh, guys, I have applications for.
I don't know what that was. I'm glad you have PlayStation 4. That was so random, but
That was
it was funny.
cool. Hey, and we know the link works.
Yay, yeah. So I mean, if anyone would like to join and show off their PlayStation or talk about sneakers, go for it.
Yeah. So, so 200 people watching. Appreciate you guys. A little over an hour. You know, again, we're just talking about sneakers, talking about stuff that's coming out, and you know, definitely appreciate everybody that's joined the chat and taking some comments and some questions. Definitely appreciate you guys. So we're also talking too, if anybody has, is there any type of hype sneaker that you guys are looking forward to coming out?
I don't know if it was. I don't know if they're confirmed or anything, but I am still very interested in the off-white canary yellows because I still have yet to have a yellow shoe in my collection, let alone a yellow one. And they're always expensive. Like, why are yellow Jordan 1s always expensive? Even mids.
Okay.
$500 mids just for a yellow pair of mids. So I guess if I could get a pair of off-white canary yellows retail somehow, that'd be awesome. But knowing how sneaker rollouts work, that's not happening.
Give me just a moment. I've got somebody sending me a message on here, and I'm not sure what is going on.
You still see chat, right?
Yeah. We have more comments?
Nope. But I mean, if people do want to comment, just talk. Give us anything to talk about. We'll talk. What was your first pair of Jordans? I mean to ask you that. You remember?
That's a really good question. Actually, what was that? That was yeah. So when I first got, I don't even know what number it is though. That's the thing. Because when I finally was able to buy them for myself, because what happened was I was into sneakers back when he played, like when he played for the Bulls and stuff. And then I kind of got out of that phase. Like I was doing other things. I was into cars and they could my interest has changed. You know what I'm saying? Like I was shoes weren't really a big thing for me at that time. You know, so I was just into some other stuff and mainly import racing and cars and that kind of stuff. So then I went back and I got bit by the bug. I saw a pair of, I want to say they were like 14s or 15s or something like that. When he played for the Wizards towards the end of his career, or when he came back. But they were considered lows, but they're more like a mid, and they were Carolina blue and white. And I happened to, well, no, sorry, I lied. On live TV or live whatever this is, it doesn't matter because there's only 286 people. So it's really not bad, but it's not good.
What if they tell all their friends?
Because I forgot. Before that time, I lived in Tallahassee, and I used to manage a sneaker store.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that was actually when Jordan was still playing. So, and I used to really hook some people up that went to a particular college up there, which I'm not going to say what school most of them played football for, but they were also known as Free Shoes University. But
I wonder.
Which is funny because everyone is saying how backdooring now is like, you can't believe they're backdooring. No offense, I was backdooring sneakers when Jordan was winning his 5th and 6th championship. So, which really wasn't that hard back then. But again, back then it was because people wanted to wear the shoe. Like our whole thing was these guys wanted to go to the clubs in Tallahassee out in Quincy and have the newest Jordan, because the stores used to get the shoes. We used to get them in boxes and they were stamped. And
With do not sells.
Actually, let me show you. I'll be right back. I actually have one of the boxes over here.
Oh yeah, from that 2006 deal you bought?
Yeah.
Because I remember having the 5s had a do not sell to like 10/20/06 on them. Like, boy, these are old. Almost sold.
Yeah, so back in the day, sneakers come in weeks early. And what happens is they have dates on them for when you're supposed to, when you can put them out or actually have them out there for people to buy or sell or whatever. So I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up at all. I don't know. Probably not. I'm not real good with this camera thing. So everyone, I apologize. Focus. Feel like friends. Pivot. All right. Anyway, there you go. Do not sell before 5/20/06. Look at that too. Jordans were $114. Son of a bitch. Anyway, so we weren't allowed to sell a shoe before that date, but we had the shoe like early, 2-3 weeks early. So basically, what we did was we would keep the box, give them the shoe, get the money, and just hold it. And then the day of the release that morning, just go in and scan all the boxes and put the money in the register that they sold that day and print the receipts for that day. And then the guys would come by later that day, or if I saw them at the club that night, I'd have all the boxes in my trunk.
Sweet. You just kind of become a box delivery guy on the release days?
Yeah. But the thing was, like, I was, because not only that, like we would get, I mean, and again, this is, what year is this now? I mean, we're talking
80s.
his 5th and 6th championship.
Nice.
So we're talking like, flu game, last shots, like that, those years.
Yeah.
And we'd get 3 to 4 size runs, and we were a smaller store. I mean, it's a big sneaker town kind of in Tallahassee because it's all college kids. There's a lot of kids that were wearing that kind of stuff, so the demographic was huge at that time. But so it would be nothing like I was somewhat good about it in the sense, two things. One, I didn't. It's not like now, like for example, on your app, like on a Foot Locker app, like it'll tell me like my local store is getting a shoe, and then I'll go there and they'll be like, "Oh no, the app's wrong. We didn't get any of them." I'm like, "How the hell do you not get any of them?" But yet, there's people in the city that have the shoe, or there's people in the mall that already have the shoe, but you're the only store that was supposed to get the shoe, but you don't actually have the shoe, right? It's because you sold all the pairs already. Like, I'm not stupid. So, I'd let like a size run go. And, oh, I'm sorry, my buddy, I apologize. This is gay. And, it's a shame, but I appreciate you checking on it anyway. And feel free to leave. No problem. So anyway,
I can't hear you.
we would do that to go and I'd do one size run. And keep the rest of them, for the general public when they showed up. So, but anyway, again, anybody that wants to jump in the chat, by all means, let me know if you have anything sneaker related you'd like to talk about, or any sneakers you want to show. There's a link if you want to hop in. Again, we appreciate. Still got a good amount of people here.
You muted?
Am I muted?
I don't know. I can't hear you. Maybe it's just me though.
It might just be you.
Might have to try this.
So anybody have any specific sneakers that they're looking forward to coming out or anything like that?
Okay, I'm back. I can hear you now.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But again, got going on almost an hour and a half. Probably gonna cut it short here in about 7 minutes. I feel like a 90-minute discussion about sneakers and kind of where we see things going is a pretty good discussion.
Yeah, I mean, it's an open table discussion too. People can come talk.
And any of you guys that are traveling for this weekend, hope you all have safe travels for Easter. If you guys are going anywhere, family and stuff, get a chance to, please feel free to comment, subscribe, like the video. Going to be adding more content. The sneaker, my collecting and things like that I do is really just a hobby. But I do restorations. I help people kind of get started with flipping sneakers and how they can make some extra money. I can show you how you can, get the sneakers that you want without paying, a crazy amount by just flipping up and bartering up. That's something too that Dawson, I'm sure, would be happy to share with you as well.
Oh yeah, that's fun. We should make a channel. I mean, not a channel. We should make a series about that. Just
yeah, I mean, I think it's
trading.
something that people need to see, that if you have the patience, you can definitely flip up and just keep going and keep upgrading, and start out with a pair of used Air Maxes that you got at Goodwill, and turn them into Travis's. If you're patient enough, So it's people resell, and I know a lot of people bash resellers and things like that because of the shoe, and trust me, I resell, but Dawson can attest, I've never been one that goes in there and I don't buy like 4 size runs or whatever. I've just got I'm just fortunate enough to know of people that I can get a few pairs early every now and again, or get some things here and there.
Unfortunately for me, they're all size 13, so I can't get any.
That's correct. That's the other thing. That's the other reason why I try and make these relationships, is because usually if someone gets my size, they only get 1, maybe 2. But anyone that is a size 13, by all means, follow me. Let me know. I've got a little size 13 chat group that I run also on Instagram, and we're all certified resellers, and we're all personal size 13. So we try and buy, sell, trade within our own group, and help each other out. So, Liquefied, man, I appreciate it. I don't know what the drip is.
Oh, are you too old to know what drip is?
I probably am. You guys, appreciate some of the stuff, but I don't know what these words mean. I'm old.
Drip would be like your Travis's. Your Travis's we consider drip.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I do.
Drip is kind of like hype, but not exactly hype.
Okay.
It's hard to explain.
So yeah, I've got some off-whites. I've got some Travis's.
You got drip.
I've got some couple pairs of Sean's. Most Jordan 1s. So yeah, I would, if that's what it means, then yeah, I've probably got a few pairs.
You have like every colorway of Jordan 1 known to man, at least highs.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably wear a different high every day of the week for half the year.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Which isn't bad considering that I'm old and a dad, and
Yeah, the issue is you work and you're not allowed to wear highs to work every day.
No, but
even though you like own the place. So
trust me, if Cole Haan dress shoes were in fashion, I'd run that place too. So, but anyway, everyone, again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I would definitely appreciate it. Next live stream will probably be in another week. I should have a video coming up. Going to be doing some unboxings here. I've got some shoes en route, so I think I might unbox some of those. I also am trying to put together a video with Crystal Clear Kicks here, aka Dawson. By all means, give him a follow on Instagram also. And at the end of the day, I'm just a regular guy that is into sneakers, and I'm more than happy to help anyone if they're trying to find a pair. Help anyone that's looking to start reselling, or in generally have any questions. By all means, I have no problem helping anybody out. So, again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Dawson, you have anything for the chat before we cut it out?
No, just thank you for having me. It was a great discussion. I mean, I'll be back. I enjoyed it enough. And best hour and 30 minutes of the day.
That's good, brother. Appreciate that. All right, everybody. Well, thank you again. Brandon, if you're in there, congratulations on the baby boy. And everyone have a nice Easter. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.